One particular project that I was involved in many years ago had a 25% cost overrun. The cause of that cost overrun was really around a lack of forward planning of dealing with inclement weather in what was seasonally a dry season, but it ended up being a wet, dry season. The impact of those delays around weather weren't considered as part of our risk management plan, and was something that we never had to consider before. So there was not a lot of contingency in place around you know, 30 to 35 days of wet and inclement weather. The impact of that wet weather it flowed right through the project. So we had resources, internal resources sitting around, literally unable to do other work. So there was costs involved in that. It pushed our timelines out close to another you know, 2 weeks on the project. There was an issue around quality because our timeline was now constrained, and we had to be careful about you know, how we were going to deal with that. There's always a trade-off somewhere along the line around where this change of the project will come into play. And unfortunately for us, the biggest impact was around cost, but there were other ongoing impacts around resourcing our time and obviously the quality of the project that we had to deliver. So it made it fairly challenging. I guess the lessons out of that was as we go back and review the outcomes of the project, we need to make sure that we're thinking about the possibilities of you know, inclement weather down the track, building in a little bit more contingency around that, and maybe the use of third-party contractors to actually help us get through that and build it in contractually rather than deal with it as an internal impost onto the project.